You forgot to close your shades last night. And I saw you. I saw the both of you. There you was, standing in the bathroom door, dripping wet and naked as you please. Calling to the other and put down her book and come over and bring you a clean towel. She got standing in that bathroom door with your naked behind. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you.
Listen, we are back. Make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And, honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time, honey, I am back to talk about Latifah and Marsau out here running his mouth on somebody's podcast. Honey, say it ain't so. We gonna talk about the real reason Marsau married Tisha. Marsau says women need looks, not money. So basically, he's admitting that he wants his woman to be financially dependent on him. So that makes a lot of sense as to why Tisha, wanted to get a job the first season. Okay? And then he talking about all this shit about looks. Tisha was looking homely in season 1. That was her worst. I mean, she's not an ugly woman at all, but Tisha wasn't looking that good season 1. Tisha didn't get it together until about season 3, 4. Okay, so y'all put the season that Latifah got it together. It damn sure wasn't seasons 1 and 2. That ain't what I saw. But yeah, he talking about he wants a woman to focus on how she looks and not money. Typical narcissist. Narcissistic men do not want you to have money. They want you to be dependent on them, stagnant, in a burning house. Okay, asking them for money, wanting them to be your hero, wanting them to rescue you. That's what he wants. Remember, that's why he didn't really like that part of Melody that's ambitious. Remember, he would always tear Melody down and put her in lowest terms, or he would attempt to, we should say, because I wouldn't give that nigga all that credit. But yeah, Marsau would, make little comments about Melody's businesses, and it just seemed like she be trying to throw shit at the wall, and it's like, ain't that what your wife do? Okay, nigga, that's who she is. She the one with the imposter syndrome, not Melody. Absolutely. He'll hood booger. And his wife is miserable, and they're not fooling me. We're together. And they need to stay on the other side of the tracks. But yeah, I wasn't shocked by that. Was y'all shocked by what Marsau said? Y'all not shocked. Let's see what the people think about this. It's a mess, honey. So one person says Marsau is the last person that I would take advice from. Another person says he married the right person with such a thought process like that. Another person says Marsau is Tisha's husband. We can be relieved because of that. Absolutely. Yeah. Don't nobody else want him. He ain't about shit. Sometimes Marsau makes me laugh. I don't completely find him dislikable. He can be funny sometimes, and then sometimes he has some words of wisdom. But honey, this ain't it. This is not it. Just telling a woman to rely on her looks. Your looks are gonna fade one day. Okay, so it's a mess. And then he don't even believe what he's saying, because Latifah, like I said, the girl was looking homely. And not to insult them, but didn't they just, renovate their house? Like, their house was like an apartment at first. I'm for real. So it's just like it's the Delulu, okay? Delulu, Shout out to Drew Sidora, honey. Delulu. Tisha was looking rather homely, her and Miss Wanda. I remember season 1, honey. Them bags under their eyes, honey. Tisha didn't wear no makeup. Tisha wore her hair. Okay, her hair is pretty. She got a nice grade of hair. You know, like I said, Tisha is not bad looking, but with what he's saying and what had happened before they got on this damn show, those are two different things. But yeah, I told y'all that Marsau is sexist, narcissistic, selfish. He's all about him. Another person says, I feel really sorry for his daughters. Being pretty may not work for them. Yeah, you can't just be pretty. Look at the pretty bitches. Pretty bitches is still out here struggling. Y'all talking about some damn pretty privilege. Bitch, where? Okay, where? Oh. Y'all have to remember, Marsau is speaking from a place of a man with a degree and working at a movie theater. He was given an opportunity, yes, by the Holts. And from there, he bit the hand that fed him. A woman then persuaded him to be his wife. He did it all by himself. He lied about everything concerning his come up. Now he is acting as if he is this dog-ass businessman, top dog-ass businessman. He wants to talk the walk instead of walking like he talks. Show us the money. I know that's right. Shit, where the money at, nigga? Which one of these bills can you pay, Marsau? Win a case. What did Cynthia say to Phaedra? Win a case. You stay out of one. Oh, I don't know why that popped up in my head, you guys. I gotta go back and watch Housewives because some of that shit be popping up in my head. Another person says, what confuses me is they try to pass off as legitimate business people, but they don't invest in themselves and bettering themselves. What was he talking about? He was talking in all these parables. He made no sense to the discussion or the question. It was weird. It's getting really weird. They need to have media training for real. That and some type of speech therapist on standby. Okay, they can call for emergencies to help Latifah and Miss Wanda, like, say they damn words the right way. Dare and dim, it's just like, where is the growth? Okay, we put up with that season 1 and season 2, but goddamn, we at season 10 and they still misspelling stuff. They still ain't saying shit with the right pronunciation and enunciation. Child, it's a mess. It's a mess. The ghetto. Ghetto, a little bit hood. Oh, another person says, dang, so that's how he looks at his daughters. He's telling them to concentrate on looking good. That's a damn shame. Another person, what in the world is Marsau talking about? Did he forget he has 2 daughters? Looks can only take you so far. Even the top models focus on other business aspects besides their looks. Yeah, look at Tyra Banks. She a one, she the best person to mention. Tyra Banks. She was a top model. Eva Marcel. Sterling, honey, she back over there with Michael, honey. I'm glad because Eva wasn't looking like herself. She wasn't, honey. Okay, Michael, you better do her right. Okay? You better do her right, nigga. Okay, so another person says, Tisha and Wanda trust and believe Marsau is all that Tisha can have. Huh? And believe he is all hers. You have no worries. Imagine having hips and thighs once upon a time. Ooh, they said he used to be a member of the plus size crew, baby. Another person says, he said, get in the gym and smile more often. That's diabolical. That's how you know they're trying to give Marsau and Tisha an edit of a fake-ass power couple on the show. Marsau is a chauvinist, and when they talk about DEI hire, they are talking about the likes of Tisha. Carlos almost fired her season 1 for being empty, and the only reason the money is in her name is because Marsau has bad credit, and Tisha is a black female who gets government loans for minority women. No one should take advice from a man who has to ride a woman's back to come up. And, honey, speaking of that last part, y'all remember when they did that little exercise with Dr. Francis? And Latifah was out of breath because she had to carry Marsau's big ass, and he's sitting up there trying to say he's in the lead and he beat all the other couples. And it's like, here go Tisha. Yeah, babe. Yes, babe. We did it. She was supposed to be leaning on her husband for the exercise, but instead he rode her back. It's just so interesting how that person just literally, honey, led right into that. I ain't gonna never forget that. And they really thought that they ate. Okay? Kimmy, she didn't even trust Maurice during that exercise. They kept moving at the same time. She didn't even trust him to lead, and child, it was a mess. I said, honey, I see why these marriages are on the first floor. I see, honey. Somebody call 911, honey, okay? You get a burning house. You get a burning house. You get to be in a burning house, like, child. Ooh, child. Latifah and Kimmy need to both put on their oxygen mask. Put it on, baby. It's okay. Pick your lip up, too, while you're at it. Another person says Marsau wouldn't be where he's at if it wasn't for women, in my opinion. And it's funny because he does the most hating on women. Remember how he was treating Stormy before she left the show? Calling Courtney Mr. Steele, which is Stormy's last name. All the stuff he said about Melody. Talk about her t-shirt line, and which is very successful, right? So it's just like, how the hell you over here using women, but you always trying to talk about women and tell them what to do, and you the one riding they damn coattails so that your ass could get somewhere. Ain't that about a bitch? Have you ever synced that? Look, synced, shout out to Moses. Have you ever synced that in your family? You have an auntie or somebody, okay, taking care of her man, okay? She paying all the bills. She the man in the relationship. Have you ever synced it? Have you synced it? Child. Sad case. I'm shaking my damn head. But, honey, look, as we proceed to give you what you need. Shout out to my boy Will Smith. Happy birthday, baby. Happy birthday. I was just listening to his book yesterday. I really love Will Smith, you guys. Such a positive guy. He's married to my girl, Miss Jada Pinkett Smith. Okay, I just love those two. And nothing that Will does can ever make me hate him. Not even him doing what he did to Chris Rock. I loved him even more after that. I said, I love me some Big Willie. He just wanted to protect his wife, honey. Okay? He just wanted to protect her. Yes, he did. But he gave us Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and all the movies, Bad Boys, Independence Day, my favorite, Pursuit of Happiness, Oh my God, and so many more. So yes, I love me some Will Smith. Intellectual, great dad. You know, Will and Jada gave us Willow and Jaden, both of them great artists. Trey is amazing. He's like a DJ. He loves music too. He played football and he seems really nice and grounded, that Trey. So yeah, all the kids are all the things, honey. Shout out to Big Willie, honey. And my girl, Miss Jada Pinkett. Listen, Jada Pinkett Smith. Let me get that right, honey, okay? But, now let's shake a bone and get the hell on. The people are out here, honey, talking about this clip, in the Bravo Shade Room with Tony versus Tamar. Now, I noticed in the clip that this is Tony's second time telling Tamar, I'm a motherfucking heavyweight, bitch. Do you know who you talking to? Who do you think I am? Don't you know that he was my man? Okay, I thought that Tony was gonna bust out and start singing, but she had to let Tay-Tay know, honey. And normally Tony is quiet and it's Trina versus Tamar, or it's Tawanda versus Tamar. It used to be Tracy versus Tamar, and then like Tony would kind of be in the middle, and you know, it is a mess. So in the clip, Tamar accuses Tony of sending her a cease and desist. She didn't want Ashley, the niece, okay, that came out and said one of the aunt's former husbands was trying to get inappropriate with her. Allegedly, it was Gabe. I believe it was Gabe. Trina says in the clip, I had nothing to do with the cease and desist, and I don't want nobody bringing my name up into it. But girl, you do know that that was your husband at that time. I believe it was Trina. I do, because she was goo gaga over that nigga Gabe. He was out here cheating, okay, and Trina was getting drunk, honey. They was just a raggedy mess from hell. Now, she didn't clean it up, you know, she over there with Vine, but honey, it used to be a raggedy, dirty mess. And it's sad because at that point, we didn't know about Tamar and Vince's toxic marriage, okay? And Tamar used to look down on her sister's marriages. And what did she say? This type of dude, he a different type of dude. What's that famous clip that she said, that famous line she said? This nigga here, she was talking about Vince. And allegedly they said that Vince liked to lay hands. And I'm not saying anything about going to church, honey. Lay hands and listen. But I know Tony cussed Tamar's ass out in the clips, and you know, she getting beside herself, and Tawanda was quiet because they dragged her ass, okay? I think a lot of these reality shows are set up. They like, yeah, nigga, you was the villain last season, so what we gonna do this season, we'll make Tony the villain, and then, I think that's what they do. For real. Okay? It ain't no more reality TV. Okay, reality TV was the Real World. That used to be my shit. Shout out to the Real World. My favorite season was Las Vegas with Alton, Aruland, Arissa, Steve, Trishelle, Frank. Honey, I know them people's names. I used to watch that every day. I gotta get Shammy turned on to that. That was my shit. What y'all know about the Real World Las Vegas? That was the best season. Okay, it was another season I liked too. Okay, so let's see what the people think about this clip. So one person says, did y'all notice Trina made it clear that she didn't send a cease and desist? And by the way, they're saying the brother who is the niece's father, right? So their brother is the one that threatened to go legal on his daughter before the sister. So that's just another point I want to mention. Tamar clearly has two of them, so that leaves Tony and Tawanda. I believe Tamar on this one. Yep. They didn't want that girl on there, talking about this situation. And, she had began talking about it on social media. And it just sounds really bad, for an aunt's husband to be coming at you, in your text messages. It's crazy. So another person says, that's how you know Tamar telling the truth. Look how mad Tony getting. Another person says, the moment Tony said, I ain't never had your back, was the moment I believed Tamar, because she's talking about now, Tony. Another person says, I'm glad that they finally showed more of this clip. The initial clip shown made it look like Tamar just sat there and Tony jumped up on her. Tamar telling the truth. She always does. Her delivery is usually not the best, but she's honest. The other sisters are always lying and hiding behind their lies. Y'all know where they got that shit from. Their mother. I said it. Your mother. I said it. And I'm not taking it back. Mama Braxton. Now I'm a little scared of Mama Braxton. Because Mama Braxton threatened, honey, to get Tamar together, honey. That shit used to be too funny. Okay? Mama Braxton don't play, honey. So, another person says, I've been Team Tamar. They always trying to make it seem like she's the troublemaker because she speaks facts and brings receipts. Another person says, Tony never denied the cease and desist. Tony was heated about Tamar saying she ain't never had her back. Either way, there is no way Tamar can possibly think a podcast as a safe space. Yeah, because Tamar said she wanted to provide, her niece with a safe space when she went through all her family turmoil, with, I guess, somebody abusing her and the family. The family didn't want to hear it. They wanted her to just kind of keep it to herself, be quiet. So, yeah, it's a lot with those Braxton sisters, and it comes down to their mother. Their mother, because I've seen it, okay? All you need is a crazy-ass black woman with a dose of that religion, that over-religious shiggity that she don't live up to. People be killing me. Talking about, yeah, I go to church every Sunday. What does that mean? You can still be out here terrorizing people and disrespecting people and treating people all types of wrong. What does that mean? That don't mean nothing. Another person says, anytime Tamar tells the truth in the family, I notice they get super defensive and attempt to keep her quiet. And one thing Tamar will always do is stand her ground with or without anyone's permission. So I believe her on this. Another person says, look like Tamar calling Tony out. Tony tried to cut her off, flip what she's saying. Tony tried to jump at Tamar because she was telling the truth. Tamar never backed down or flinched from her sister. So it looked like the people is Team Tamar. Isn't that shocking? Okay. Isn't that shocking? Okay, so let's shake a bone and get the hell on. We got Jaguar Wright. She is out here dragging Cardi B, talking about her album is trash. We got Nicki. She done came out talking about she got a new album coming out in 2026. It's like, Nicki, we get it. You're a better rapper than Cardi B. You are. We give you that. But I like Cardi B's personality more. Her album was fire. I'm sick of hearing this shit about, oh, it's only good and it only went platinum because of WAP, because of Up and these other songs that she has. No, the album as a whole. I'm telling y'all, because I only be liking 3 songs off of people's albums. Normally, I don't even buy nobody album, honestly. But I bought hers. All of them. Fire. They are good. I love the one with Lizzo. I think that's my favorite. I love the Bia diss one. Pretty and Petty. I love that. Magnet is my shit. Imaginary Players. I love that. I love it. Cardi did her thing. It was so transparent. It was vulnerable. It was hood. It was petty. I love it. I love it. Oh, and also Cardi B's work ethic while she's pregnant is amazing. It's like she's lit. Like, so yeah, I like Cardi. I haven't always, liked Cardi. I've always loved her music, but I didn't always like her, but she growing on me. I really like Cardi. She's different, than me and how I would do some things, but nevertheless, you got to give her props, okay? Now, speaking of Cardi B, they are saying, has reached out to Offset asking him to withdraw his demands in the divorce case so that they can have a peaceful separation for the sake of their kids. But Offset said no. Offset has made it clear that Cardi B must compensate him for all the years they spent together because she was earning more money. See, this right here, nigga, this really shows that all you were doing was using her. And people keep saying that he was the bigger star. If he was, why was she able to surpass him? She surpassed him. And he's mad. And I told y'all a long time ago, these niggas will cheat on you when they are jealous of you. Okay? That's the main thing that they will do. That's why Martell did what he did to Melody. He was very jealous and intimidated by that woman. And Offset, in my opinion, felt the same way about Cardi B. Like, wow, this girl is a light and a lot of people like her and she can spit and she can fit over here and she down to earth. She's silly. She's all the things, they get jealous of that when their personality, it's not giving like yours, So they will cheat. They will dog you out. They will ghost you. Okay? They will put other bitches before you. That's just simply what they will do when they feel a way about you. When they see you as a threat. And I told y'all, the target is always the threat. And the threat is always the target. So, he wants spousal support from Cardi B to maintain his lifestyle. He wants one house from Cardi B. He also wants to get half of Cardi B's net worth, which is approximately 80 million. Like, imagine asking for these things after you've cheated on somebody for most of y'all relationship, your marriage, all throughout. It's just crazy. It's the audacity for me, Offset. Okay? Offset wants gender equality in his divorce. Man, sit your ass down. Cardi B has come out to say Offset is behaving like a baby mama. He is. He need to sit his ass down. Child, loose draws, Lou Ross need to sit his ass down. Couldn't even keep his damn drawers on for most of the marriage. Trying to take that woman money. You should be paying her for the pain and hell that she went through, and the girl was out here fighting for you. That's why it don't pay to be fighting these niggas' battles, okay? Hopefully Cardi has learned a huge lesson, okay? She was in her 20s when a lot of that stuff was happening, and Cardi, I hope you have learned. I see the growth in Cardi. I do, even, aside from this whole Stefan Diggs and she pregnant, I do see some growth in her. Girl, you don't need these niggas, okay? You don't need them. They need you. They using your good name. So let's see what the people got to say about this. One person says, if Offset was the one earning more money, Cardi B will demand half of his net worth. So the guy is right. Now, this is a man saying this shit. What is sauce for the goose must be sauce for the gander. The hell to the no, no. Child, these niggas in these comments is having a fit. Here go another man. He is doing exactly what he should, because if the tables were turned, she would not have hesitated. He is operating in his legal rights. What about how he treated his wife during the marriage? Get that bag, homie. You see how these niggas is? It's about equality, and the law states who earns less is entitled to compensation, court fees, spousal support, etc., regardless of gender. Hell no. Let's see what the women think, because the niggas is all up and through these comments. The niggas. The niggas. The niggas. They up in the comments, honey, just acting a fool, honey, okay? So, a lady says, didn't he cheat, though? When it comes to a divorce, the person who cheated automatically loses. Am I right? That's what I was thinking. He shouldn't be able to get any of her money. So if he cheated, he won't get anything. Isn't that how it goes? Another person says, I never said that that's how marriage works, and I wasn't taking up for her. I'm just stating the actual facts. He cheated the whole marriage, and she effed around with someone while they were married. Now she's pregnant. Who cares? What the hell is wrong with y'all? If you cheat on your woman, who cares if she gets pregnant by another man? Be glad it's not your father, bitch. Be glad it's not your brother or your cousin. Be glad. Be glad. Okay, Offset better shut up. He better shut up. Another person says his infidelity is the reason why she wants a divorce. He breached the contract. That part, right there. Another person, he was writing for her music for her for a good portion of her career. She definitely owes him some bread. She don't owe him shit. Have y'all lost y'all damn mind? Okay. She don't owe him nothing. He out here cheating, put her damn health at risk. Got her arguing with other bitches. Okay, Cardi, you shouldn't have been out here fighting them, but you stressing your lady the hell out. And honey, that ain't no damn love. Okay, love bring they ass home at night. Okay, love ain't out here messing with these bald head scallywags. Okay, they're only messing with Offset to get under Cardi's skin. Okay, that's what they're doing. They only messing with him to get to her because the focus is on her. They are jealous and obsessed with her. So that's what that was. Child, a mess. The